Hey Internet, my name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. We are currently enjoying a spectacular view out of the windows of our spaceplane down to Kerbal, and well, this is really a great view after we have docked our spaceplane to the science station and after we have docked the transportation system to our spaceplane. And my friend is still with me and he is happy, he is smiling, he's really happy about this. And he is really looking forward to the next stage of the construction process of the asteroid station. And yeah, this is a topic for today. I have already delivered the mobile processing lab to the science station, so we just need to reallocate our transportation system over to the mobile processing lab and then undock it and deliver it out to the moon. And this is the job of Jetmai Kerman, because Jetmai is now the next cosmonaut who will be in charge of delivering a new part out to the asteroid station. But at first we need to do some preparations. Do we have some fuel left? No. Wow. The upper stage is completely empty, so this means I need to use the RCS to deorbit this upper stage. Okay, this is nice to know. Do we have some RCS left? Yes, some RCS is left. This is good, so I can use this to to deorbit the spacecraft. And I think this is now the first thing I have to do. I need to get rid of the upper stage. So now I can say, this is the right part. Yeah, I think so. Decouple. Okay, very good, very good. And switch over to this. Okay, I need to orientate or change a little bit the attitude. Enable RCS and use RCS to drift a little bit away from the science station. We will deorbit the upper stage later on during the time that Jetmai Kerman will be coasting out to the moon with a new part of the asteroid station, but right now I just want to get rid of the upper stage, and it's a beautiful view over to the spent upper stage as it drifts away and as it drifts into the sunset. And yeah, this is cool, this is definitely cool. Now our next goal is Sidrim is inside the spaceplane. I need to take care of Sid Kerman, who should be still here. And I like to transfer him up to the habitat module. Yes, okay, he is now sitting together with Jetmai and Sturdo Kerman inside the crew quarters of the science station. And now, as I said, it's now Jetmai's job, so I need to transfer Jetmai over to the transportation system. I still don't understand. What do I need? Do I need to click on the hatch? Well, I'm not quite sure how this is working, but okay. Now, Jetmai should be sitting inside. Jetmai, yeah. Jetmai is now sitting inside the transportation system. And now, at first, we need to reallocate the thing. I need to undock it and switch over to Jetmai Kerman. Set this docking port as a target. Okay, we need SAS, we need RCS, we need the docking mode, and at first we need to drift away very, very slowly. Then rotate the spacecraft around and drift a little bit in this direction. Very good, very good. Jetmai is doing an amazing job. He now can get used to performing some orbital maneuvers with the RCS thrusters before he heads out to the moon and is in charge of installing this huge payload to the asteroid station. Okay, now I need to fly over to align with docking port. We had already sunset. Luckily, I do have some lights attached to my science station so that we are able to see something. Okay, we are now almost aligned. Now I need to come to a... No, don't drift backwards. I just need to come to a stop. And no, other way around. Turn. Ooh, don't hit it. Okay, we have some space. This is good. And now let's close in. Very slowly, very slowly. I can switch off the controls. And we have contact. And we are docked. We are docked to our next payload. Okay, before we can now leave the science station, we need to refuel the transportation system. And okay, the fuel tank is almost full. This is great, this is great. But at some point I need to deliver new fuel up to the science station. Okay, but right now, Sidhead and Dodo are happy that they are united again. And Jetma is also happy because he's looking forward to his upcoming mission. Okay, and what about RCS? RCS is also very important for... Ooh, the RCS fuel tank is pretty empty. This is interesting. Okay, I have also to refuel my RCS fuel tank. Because this is very, very important in order to install some components to the asteroid station. Without RCS, I would be in severe issues and in severe trouble. I won't be able to maneuver around. And let's make sure that... Okay, this part is full. This is great. Okay, yes. Jetmice capsule is now refueled. Where are we and where is the moon? The moon is over here, so after half an orbit or in 20 minutes we will be able to perform our burn to fly out to the moon. I think in this case we should already start to undock from the science station to get a little bit of distance to it before we will start our burn. And I'm still pretty amazed by the shape of the spaceplane and the spaceplane being docked to the science station. This looks so amazing. And well, before I forget this, I have 20 or about 27 units of liquid fuel. This is not enough, but I need to at first bring it over into the center tank to balance my spaceplane, and then with the next or with the next cargo delivery, I have to bring over some liquid fuel into the spaceplane in order to give it enough fuel to descend down and to be able to continue a little bit flight inside the atmosphere in order to reach the runway and to perform a gentle landing down there. But okay, this is a task for, well, for a future episode, because I think the spaceplane will now remain a little bit longer attached to the science station, because at first Sid, Rim and Handler need to fly out to the moon. And okay, speaking of flying out to the moon, it's now time to start the delivery process of Jetmike Kerman and RCS SAS. And okay, it's time to drift away. Very good. Okay, I can switch off RCS. I hope this is not too wobbly with this huge payload in front of my spacecraft. We are now drifting away. Jetma is happy about this. And I think he will be even more happy once he's returning from the moon and is able to see or to meet his friends back again on board of the science station. Ooh. This was wrong. I forgot to switch over to the other control mode. Okay, now I'm doing basically a short prograde burn with the RCS thrusters in order to get some distance to the science station, so that we are not in trouble once we are performing the burn to fly out to the moon. And oh, we are coming soon across the Kerbal Space Center, which is over there, and soon it will have the sunrise. This is also cool. Okay, now set the moon as a target, and I guess the burn could be somewhere over here. Let me see if this is working. Okay, almost. I can bring it over here. Kerbal apoapsis? No. I don't want to have a Kerbal apoapsis. I want to have a moon periapsis. This is better. Okay, 400. No. I need to make it a little bit more. Oh, 20 kilometers. This is a bit too low. 62 kilometers. I think 62 kilometers could be good. This is a great trajectory. Then we have to fix our inclination, but this should be no problem at all. Okay, the burn or the trans-lunar insertion will happen in about 18 minutes. Jetma is really happy about this. We can now switch over to staging mode and aim already for the maneuver node. Okay, very good. Do we have enough electric charge? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Now, time for a quick time warp. Down there is still the spent upper stage. Okay, down there is Kerbal Space Center. We just flew past it. And 9 minutes, 8 minutes, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5. Maybe around 40 seconds. 42, and now. Here we go, here we go. Full throttle, the moon is rising, the moon is rising. This is a great position. And now it's Jetma's turn. I hope we have enough distance to the science station, because now we are accelerating and it would be pretty bad to run into it, but I think yes, we should have enough distance to it. Very good, very good. Okay, it looks also quite interesting to see the structure of our transportation system with the huge mobile processing lab in front of it, then the tiny capsule and the large service module. Now this is an interesting shape. This is cool. This looks really amazing. It's like a miniature science station or so. This is cool. This is definitely cool. Okay, Jetmai is doing an amazing job, and I should pay attention and cut the engine. Very good. What have I done? What have I done? I have a moon periapsis of 200 kilometers. This is not really good, because I like to have it a little bit lower in order to be able to change a little bit their trajectory to catch up with the, or to chase down the asteroid station, or I'm not quite sure. Maybe I need to insert myself into a higher orbit. I don't know where the science station is once we are arriving there. But now I like to take care of the inclination. Yeah, this is great, this is great. Okay, and where is there? Okay, the science station is over here. We will arrive there in 51 minutes. Yeah, I think I will at first perform the inclination change, and then I have already prepared the next payload or the next cargo delivery to the science station. I have to do this also at the right moment, but before I will do this, I will go over to the spanned upper stage. And yes, you guessed it, I have now to use RCS to deorbit the whole thing. Okay, RCS enabled, and here we go, here we go. This will now take some time, as you can see. This will really take some time, so in this case I will now continue keeping RCS or the RCS thrusters running in order to lower my periapsis so that the upper stage will crash onto Kerbal. And as soon as I finish this, I will be back, and then we will be I think we will do at first, as I said, do the inclination change before we will launch the next payload. So yeah, let me do this. Okay, just a few kilometers, and then we have successfully finished the deorbit burn with RDS thrusters for the upper stage, and okay, periapsis is gone. This thing will now crash down to the surface or get disintegrated inside the atmosphere. This is great, this is great, this was a success, this is cool. So, now I can go back to Jetmai Kerman, and he is still 48 minutes out of the next maneuver node. We can now enjoy the view down to Kerbal as we are drifting away on our way out to the moon to deliver the next part of our asteroid station. It's a beautiful view over to Kerbal. We can really see the Terminator And well, this is all the time special. Okay, I can now speed up a bit more. I don't want to do it too quickly because, yeah, in the end I will just overshoot and then, here I have to change everything or make sure that everything is okay. So I will take it, or I will do a slow approach, and now I have to focus on it and slowly, and okay, very good. And it's a beautiful view to the crescent of Kerbal. This is really amazing. Okay, time to change the inclination and cut the engine. Very good. So what have we done? Oh, the moon is no longer my target. I have to set it as a target. No inclination at all. Very good, very good. And the moon periapsis is 41 kilometers. This is also good. The moon encounter is coming up in 3 hours and 42 minutes. This is also good. Okay, the science station is over here. We have daylight at Kerbal Space Center. This is also very useful. So, in other words, I will now perform the rollout of my next cargo delivery, and then I will bring you back in once we are ready to perform the next launch. Okay, I'm back with the next cargo launch up to the science station with the next part for the asteroid station, and it's once again the same launcher. It's once again the huge payload fairing, so it's once again a surprise for you what I will be delivering as the next part. And the science station is approaching Kerbal Space Center, so it's a good opportunity to perform the launch in 3, 2, 1. And liftoff. Here we go. Here we go. A beautiful launch. Amazing launch. This is great. And all the time I'm pretty amazed by the great performance of the solid rocket boosters. They are performing basically their main work during the first part of their launch, because I have throttled down the main engine. And well, I'm just using it a little bit to control the attitude of my spacecraft, and I will use the main engine only for the purpose later on, after we have left the thicker part of the atmosphere. So this is really cool. I'm currently thinking about maybe I can start off with a very gentle rotation, or a very slow gravity turn to start already, or to start right away, to increase a little bit the lateral movement. I'm not quite sure if this is working out or if this is helping me. I will just try it now for this launch. And yeah, okay. Now the solid rocket fuel boosters are out. I can now, or I have now, to throttle up. And my next goal is to reach 200 meters per second at the 10 kilometer mark. I think we are on a good way. Maybe a little bit slow, but yeah, this still works well. Very good, very good. Okay, now I can do my usual gravity turn over to the 45-degree mark. And okay, it's now a standard rocket launch. It's all the time the same thing. So I will do a quick time lapse and I will bring you back in when we are approaching our apoapsis. Okay, we are now on a good trajectory and we are a bit ahead of the science station. So I have raised my apoapsis a little bit higher than the orbit of the science station, and over here we have already reduced our separation from at first 164 kilometers down to 40 kilometers. And I think when I'm now performing the orbital insertion burn at the apoapsis, I will be able to find hopefully a good position for our rendezvous. And now, while we are ascending, This is now the payload, and it's the crew module. And well, then you might ask, why is there a fuel tank up there? And well, I came up with this idea that I need to deliver this tiny little fuel tank because I like to use the fuel of the upper stage in order to refuel the transportation system or the science station. But then I need some fuel to deorbit the thing, and so I came up with the idea. This tiny little fuel tank has more than enough fuel to deorbit the upper stage, so all the time I can refuel at first the small tank, then I can use the rest of the fuel from the upper stage to refuel the transportation system or to refuel the science station. And once the upper stage is empty, I just can transfer back the fuel of the little tank into the upper stage, and then I can deorbit it. And I think this is really a great idea. And I hope this will work well, so I will keep the small little fuel tank attached to the science station until we finish the construction process of the asteroid station. And okay, now, as I said, I don't want it to focus on Kerbal. I wanted to set up a maneuver at the apoapsis. Can I? Well, okay. Now it's time, or can I? This would be even better if I perform or set up a maneuver node. Maybe over there we are getting closer to a more or less perfect rendezvous. Not really, not really. Okay, there. So I will just insert myself or the payload into a little bit higher orbit, and maybe when I fix the inclination over here at the descending node, I will be able to set up a rendezvous. This would be really great. Okay, this is coming up in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. I can now already aim at the maneuver node. Very good. Okay, time for a quick time warp. 1 minute, few seconds. Okay. And full throttle. Here we go, here we go. Time to insert the payload into an orbit. Very good, very good. Okay. Camera shifted around a bit. And I'm almost there. Cut the engine, very good. I'm now in orbit. Now I can extend the solar panels and extend the antennas. Very nice, very nice. Okay, Y is now set as target. I set at the descending node. I like at first to change the inclination. 0.3, 0.1. Inclination is gone, very good. Now I like to reduce the orbit and 400 meter separation over there. This would be right on the money. This is great. This is great. Okay, I take this. I take this. So I can rotate the spacecraft around so that I'm aiming at the maneuver node. Very good. Very good. Okay. First time warp period. To get closer to our maneuver node as we are drifting into the shadow of Kerbal. And 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, just a few seconds. I can now switch on the lights so that we can see the spacecraft. This is helpful. And while I'm talking about lights, at some point I need to deliver some lights to the asteroid station. This would be also helpful. Okay, just a few seconds. We have already switched to target mode. Can we, over there the moon? There's the science station. We are 37 kilometers away from the science station. This is amazing. This is great. Okay. Now, time to change our trajectory or to trim our trajectory, and just a few meters per second. Okay, spot on. Very good. And we have a separation of 400 meters over there. This is cool. This is definitely cool. I like to set up a marker over here. And now, time for time warp. Time to get closer to the science station. The distance is decreasing. Oh, no, it's increasing a bit. But soon it should start decreasing once again. Yes, now it starts to decrease. Very good, very good. Getting closer, and we are almost able to perform the rendezvous right above Kerbal Space Center, because we are now approaching the continent. Kerbal Space Center is somewhere over here. This is cool. This is great. 3 minutes. Well, not directly above Kerbal Space Center, but pretty close to it. 1 minute. Okay, time to stop the... Oh, well, almost over Kerbal Space Center. What a great timing. What a great timing. Okay, thank you so much, maneuver node. Why have I removed now the target? Set as target. Okay, I need to trim a little bit the trajectory so that I'm getting even closer to the science station. Okay, 20 meters per second. Great approach velocity. Getting closer, getting closer. Only 500 meters. Time to reduce the velocity. Okay, 9 meters per second. Very good, very good. There is the science station. This is so cool. Okay, 300 meters. Currently it's still hard to see if we are getting, or if our docking port is facing in our direction, or if we need to fly around the whole science station. We will see when we are getting closer to it. Okay, only 200 meters. Very good, very good. 100 meters, 150 meters. Okay, over here is the space planes, and this is, I guess this is our junior docking port, am I right? 2 meters per second, 1. Okay, I guess this is the junior docking port. Can I... Yeah, that's a junior docking port. Okay, so I need now to rotate the whole thing around. And I think I can switch over to docking mode. And maybe this way. Okay. RCS, and we can now approach the science station. Very good, very good. Okay, and I hope the small fuel tank will really help me to deliver the fuel over to the science station without depleting my upper stage and then being required once again to deorbit the upper stage only with RCS. This is really hard work to deorbit the thing. Okay, I need now to set this as a target and to rotate the spacecraft around once again. Very good. Now we can align it with the science station. And come to a stop over here. Very good. Okay. Turn it around. Like this. Okay, time to deliver the crew segment for the asteroid station. Slowly, slowly. Gentle, easy, easy, easy. And we have contact, we have contact. Okay, we delivered this part. Amazing, amazing, good job. So now I can use this fuel because there's some fuel left. I can now use this fuel to refuel the fuel station of the science station. Okay, very good. Then I can also use some RCS to refuel the monopropellant tank. I can't top it off, this is sad, but this doesn't matter. Okay, and now I can use the small fuel tank to refuel the upper stage just a little bit. Okay, very good. And now the upper stage is already finished. We don't need it anymore. I can decouple it. Very good, very good. Switch back to it, and we can now drift away from the science station. This was a fast delivery. This was definitely a fast delivery. Okay. The crew habitat is now attached to the science station and parked there. And I can now do the deorbit burn very, very quickly. And okay, it's gone. How much fuel have I used? About 10 units of liquid fuel, okay. Nice to know. So with this, we have a new part delivered to the science station. We can now go back to Jetmike Kerman on his trajectory out to the moon. Kerbal is already pretty small, and the moon is definitely a bit bigger. Jetmike is currently a little bit scared. Okay, how long until we can? 2 hours and 41 minutes until we have our moon encounter. I like to have a marker there. And here we go. Now, Kerbal and sunrise. This was cool. This was cool. A Kerbal eclipse, basically. This was cool. Or a solar eclipse caused by Kerbal. This is all the time great. Okay, I can now close this one. Just a few seconds until we have our moon encounter. Very cool, very cool. Jetmike is still scared as he is flying towards the moon. And... okay, we are now... oh, what was going on with the G-forces? We are now in a lunar orbit. And... 42 kilometers. Now I can set this as a target. And at the periapsis I need to perform my orbital insertion burn, and maybe I can even get an encounter, or can I? No, this is the wrong way, but over there was at some point. I think this will use quite a lot of fuel to 1.2 kilometers. Well, this is great. And well, we have almost no inclination at all. This is a great approach. This is definitely a great approach. And I think we do have, hopefully, enough fuel left in our fuel tanks. Or enough delta V in our fuel tanks. Very good, very good. Okay. Jetmike, time to get closer to the moon. Time to get closer to the periapsis around the moon. But don't overshoot it. He is now happy as he is approaching the moon. Very good, very good. 4 minutes, and there was a marker for a landing zone where I landed. 1 minute, oh, 30 seconds. Okay, now I think I should start aiming for the maneuver node. Okay. Time to perform the burn and to get captured by the moon. Good job, Jetmike. Good job, Jetmike. And cut the engine. Okay, I overshot just a bit. Yeah, I overshot more than a bit. What do I need? Do I need to... no, I need to perform a short... what do I need? A short prograde burn, I guess. It's really finicky. 5.8. 2.6. Well, 2.6 is good enough. Yeah, I just need to do a quick prograde burn because I overshot just a little bit. And the good thing is we will perform the rendezvous on the daylight side. This is great. This is definitely great. Okay. And stop. Very good, very good. And we have a separation of 4 kilometers. Well, we can trim this when we are getting closer to our asteroid. Down there is the moon station, currently in the shadow of the moon. Or on the nighttime side of the moon. Okay. Let's continue with the time warp as we are drifting out. And And now we are returning back, we are descending, and we are approaching the moment that we are getting closer to our asteroid station. Just a few minutes. There we have a marker, very good. Getting closer. Okay. It's our first approach. Okay, I like to reduce at first our relative velocity maybe down to 100 meters per second, and while I'm doing this, I can also change a little bit the trajectory so that I get a bit closer to the to the asteroid station. This would be great. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. Very good, very good. Okay, and 100 meter separation in 2 minutes. Very good, very good. Good job, Jetmai, good job. Okay, okay, getting closer. Now, ooh, it's time to slow down. Very good, very good. Only 400 meters, 300. Time to slow down even more. Okay. Amazing, good job. Good job, Jetmai. We can drift a little bit closer to the science station. Very cool, very cool. It's nice to see the solar panels we have installed. This is a beautiful view. This is great. Okay. Okay, this was great. This was a success. And now we are close to the science station, and we will perform the actual or the construction process and the installment of the mobile processing lab in the next episode. And yeah, so Jetmai did an amazing job. We launched the next part to the science station, and well, everything is working so well, so I'm really looking forward to install this part in the next episode. In this case, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode. Other than, my name is Zebby. See you!